All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash, the abundance of the apostle and elders, great millstone. Shalom to all that I came out to push in the word of sincerity and in truth. You'll see the title of this lesson going into the pride of Esau, Edom. You have this quote from this individual, Edward John Smith, and it's stated, even the Most High, or even God himself, couldn't sink the ship. And the ship that he's referring to was the Titanic. Foster said, so early 20th century society, especially in Sunday sermons, spawned a disaster. In religious terms, you can't cheat God in that way, said Biel, author of the book Down with the Old Canoe, a cultural history of the Titanic disaster. So, this is indicative of the spirit of Edom and really how they feel about even America, man. They feel like America can't fall, which we all know through biblical prophecy that this place is slated to fall. But you can't tell these different nations otherwise. You can't tell this so-called white men otherwise. You can't tell these Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans that join and conform with the system otherwise. But the thing is, the Heavenly Father has already, it's already written, all right? And it's to play out in these times that we're living in now. Matter of fact, I want to get that in, that's it right there. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse, I'll just jump to verse 4. So much meat in here, but I'll jump to the point. Who opposeth and exalteth himself all above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Right? And Esau, he opposes the Heavenly Father. All his actions are adverse to the ways of the Heavenly Father, him being the devil, the deceiver, the serpent, with his snakish and conniving ways. And then you see he'll step his idolization of himself upon all the materials and things that he created. They say they have the strongest military, so they always buff their military up, to the point where they say the Heavenly Father can't even take it down themselves. They see that they have this technology, and all these different things are like helium to the thoughts of these devils, man. But the position that this man is sitting in, the position of rulership and leadership to the people, he's soon to fall. It's written in Luke 10:18. Yahweh Shah said it best, I've seen Satan as lightning fall from heaven. All right, that's not talking about the actual spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about this physical man and his rulership going pursuing the Isaiah 14th chapter. All right, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And this is the time where this devil is being revealed. All right, this is the time where the covering cast upon all people is being pulled all the way back. And we're seeing these nations clearly who they are. Esau being the so-called white man, the Israelites being you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Chinese being the Moabites, the Japanese being the Ammonites, the East Indians being Elam, so on and so forth. All right, there was never a time where this type of truth and this vibration was being pushed out on the volume that is being pushed now. Because the Lord allowed, which also tells you in the Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter, there was a great falling away. But that falling away already was prophecy that's been fulfilled. And this is the time where we're coming back. All right. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Right. So the Most High is giving this man a slated time to rule. Many, many tekel upharsin, as it is written in the book of Daniel. Daniel had the writing of the wall through the vision. And I think the king at that time was Belteshazzar. And he wrote out the writing of the wall through the angel of the Lord, if I'm not mistaken, was many, many tekel upharsin. And it was speaking about how the Most High have numbered thy kingdom and finished it. He spoke about how it was weighed in the scales, and basically found wanting. All those things represent also this kingdom and the society that we're living in now. Unjust balance. All right. Everything is thrown out of whack. And that's how we know that this is Rome all over again. Just like how Rome fell, just like how Greece fell, these different kingdoms, America's going to fall the same way. With additional, stress, distress that's going to come upon this place. All right. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The spirit of the mouth talks about right now through these prophecies. All right, the spirit is the word, and the Lord is using his mouthpiece, which is his men, exposing this devil, pursuant to the book of Obadiah, the 1st chapter, how the hidden things of Esau searched out, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right, so the Lord is going to come with a bright coming. Tells you also in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, how Satan, and Revelation, the 12th chapter, how Satan and his angels are going to try to fight against the Most High and the angels. All right, Esau is going to gear his military men to fight, these, what they call them. The new term is unknown aerial phenomenons, if I'm not mistaken, or unidentified flying objects, what we identify them as the chariots of the Heavenly Father. All right. Even him who's coming is after the workings of Satan. So who is him who's coming? Coming is the arrival, is after the workings of the devil. That's the so-called white man. Works are actions that exude. If you look up work, of course, it's a scientific term. Work is a force measured by distance. All right, and this devil has ran up amok. He's put in the overtime on the face of the earth. He's destroyed lives. He's destroyed families. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. Revelations 10 and 18. And this is the time where the chickens is coming home to roost. All right, it says, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. Right, and most people are under this optical illusion of the so-called white man. They took the purse from this man. He's perverted the ways of judgment. He's deviated you from the truth. And you just stuck in limbo land, man. To the point where you don't know up from down. You don't know what system that you're living in. You don't know, what to push forward. And like I said, you totally out the, out of the mist. And it tells you that in Proverbs 21 and 16, the man that walketh out of the way of the congregation, the way of understanding, which this world is a world of misunderstanding, lack of understanding, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. This is the valley of the shadow of death, written in Psalms, the 23rd chapter. Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Right, so who is he that destroyed the earth? Destroyed the like I said, from the animals to the wildlife, the ecosystem as we know it, through fracking, a small, war, bomb, missiles. The so-called white man and these other nations that accompany him, because it's not just going to be a punishment of one nation. It tells you in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, how all these nations came together as a unified front to take down God's chosen people. But this is the time where Jacob and Israel is raising up to be that standard to take down these different nations in this collective whole, starting off with the head of the army, which is the Lord of Sabaoth, which is the Lord of armies. All right, so I want to end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shem, Abba, Shai, Shem, Kakodash, the abundance of the apostles, great millstone. Shalom, Makim.